What's going on, guys? Gonna be playing some Pokemon TCG Live today with my Crawdaunt deck. We got a new Crawdaunt from the Mega Evolution set, and if you haven't seen it yet, it's got a cool little attack. Its second attack there, cutting, and I'm not gonna say this right, Rapasta? It does 130 damage for 2 dark and colorless, which isn't very good, but the effect there says, if this Pokemon has any damage counters on it, this attack can be used for a single dark energy, which isn't too bad. I mean, 130 for a dark, where stage 1, dark types hit psychic types like Gardevoir super effectively, and we have ways to actually one-shot Gardevoir with this thing. Pretty cool little attack, and being a dark type has some other advantages, or being able to use dark energies has some other advantages. But looking at the rest of it, we have 130 HP, we're weak to grass, retreat cost of 3 kind of sucks. And then we have an attack for a single energy Vice Grip that does 30 damage, which is kind of nice in case for some reason, because it can come up that we don't have damage counters on this guy. But the way we're going to get Crawdaunt to do things in this deck is with the help of quite a few things, to be honest. But the main thing is this stadium here, Risky Ruins. Whenever any player plays a basic non-dark Pokemon onto their bench during their turn, place 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. Now Crawdaunt is a dark Pokemon, and it says puts a basic non-dark Pokemon. But Crawdaunt's evolution, Corphish, is a water type. So when you put Corphish onto the bench, you get to place those damage counters on it, and then Crawdaunt has the damage counters on it for its attack. Corphish also has 80 HP, which is kind of nice, but at the same time, we're taking the 20 damage, so we're basically gonna have 60 HP left, so be a little easier to knock out. We got these 2 attacks that could come up, but the synergy with Corphish and Crawdaunt and the stadium is pretty great. Then of course, we can use Munkidori to move some of those extra damage counters, because we only need to have 1 on the Crawdaunt. That leaves 1 extra damage counter on every Crawdaunt, but also Munkidori would take damage counters when we put it onto the bench, because it's also not a dark type. And there's lots of other ways you can end up with some extra damage counters on the board. And playing only dark energies, we can use Munkidori's Adrenabrain ability. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon has any dark energies attached, you may move up to 3 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So this can help us to get knockouts with Crawdaunt, to get knockouts on little Pokemon like a Budew, or just eventually take an extra prize while attacking with Crawdaunt, knocking other things out. Another thing we're going to be able to do with Crawdaunt is use the Binding Mochi, because we're playing Pecharunt EX in here. Pecharunt EX has the ability Subjugating Chains. It says once during your turn, you may switch one of your bench dark Pokemon, except Pecharunt EX, with your active Pokemon. If you do, the new active Pokemon is now poisoned, and you can't use this ability more than once per turn. Well, you can use Pecharunt to move your Crawdaunt, not your Corphish, because it's not a dark type, but Crawdaunt into the active spot, and then it gets poisoned, which is helpful in case we, for some reason, had to bench the Corphish and we didn't have the stadium down, so we didn't have that damage counter on the Corphish. Pecharunt will give us a way to put a damage counter on it, but it'll also let us be able to use the Binding Mochi, which says attacks used by the poison Pokemon this card is attached to do 40 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So that means we can do 170 damage for a single dark energy with the cutting Rapasta attack. Now 170 is not great either, but it does make a difference. So if, for example, we're playing against Teal Mask Ogerpon, we hit for 170, they benched their Teal Mask Ogerpon while we had the stadium in play. That means they're at 190, and Munkidori takes the 20 damage when we put it down with the Risky Ruins in play, and that's the exact amount of damage we need to knock out those 220 HP Pokemon. Besides for that, hitting for 170 is nice just to be able to have a little bit more damage. We hit for 340 with weakness, so a Mega Gardevoir we can knock out with that 20 damage as well. With either a Brave Bangle or Binding Mochi, we can one-shot Gardevoir EX, which is kind of nice. But I'm just thinking we're playing we should go with the Mochis instead of the Bangles, because we can do a little bit more, and we're playing the Pecharunt EX because I think it's just really good. And then the last thing to note before we just throw up the full deck list is this Yveltal here. This thing is kind of dirty. You can use the clutch attack for, again, a dark energy. It does 20 damage. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can retreat. You can do this cool thing where you promote Yveltal with Pecharunt, poisoning your Yveltal. You counter catch your boss, whatever, up, say, a Fezandipiti, and that Fezandipiti, unless they power it up, you know, it's not going to be doing anything. And if they don't power it up, it'll be trapped there for 11 turns. And Yveltal is going to be doing the 20 damage, but then we're going to be taking damage because we're poisoned from Pecharunt. And with Munkidori's in the deck, then we can use Munkidori to move that damage counters somewhere else on their board to maybe put things in range of Crawdaunt, or just potentially win by knocking things out with Munkidori, trapping, spreading the damage that Yveltal is taking from its poison, well, Yveltal's trapping things at the same time. So it's a Crawdaunt deck, but it needs a lot of support, and it actually works well with a lot of these other cards. So I'll put the full deck list up on the screen so you can see it, and we'll go over the numbers, and then we'll hop into the games. I pretty much tried to hit all of the like plays that we're going to be trying to make, though. It definitely could be tested more, though. It's more of a fun deck, not going to be the most competitive, but you can do some fun things with it and win some games. And Crawdaunt, while it isn't a Mega Evolution Pokemon, if you didn't know, in X and Y, Crawdaunt got like a bunch of buffs, and I could be forgetting some, but like it got Adaptability, I believe. Knockoff was buffed, which is its like strongest stab move. Steel types don't resist dark anymore, or metal doesn't resist dark in TCG terms. So like Crawdaunt was a monster from X and Y on that it wasn't before in Black and White and earlier. So Crawdaunt is a standout Pokemon from X and Y, even though it's a Gen 3 Pokemon and doesn't Mega Evolve, at least yet. But let's go over the numbers, then we'll hop into the game. So we have a lot of support guys. We do have the one Budew. We're not attacking turn 1 with our Crawdaunt. Budew turn 1 is pretty decent. We have a Bravery Charm that we can slap on any of our basics if we want to give him some more HP. We can't poison Budew, so it's not going to benefit from the binding Mochi, but item locking can slow him down. Same idea as Yveltal in some situations. If we can't trap something, just item locking is pretty good. And we're playing a single prize deck, so giving up one prize here and then throwing up an onslaught of Crawdaunts, which I have found, to be honest, is sometimes difficult to do because finding your stadium can be the hardest thing in the world sometimes, but Budew is still nice. Then we have the Shaymin in here, prevents all damage done to your bench Pokemon that don't have a rule box, so we can protect our Crawdaunts, our Munkidoris, Psyducks, whatever, so that our opponent can't take multi-prize turns. Specifically like a Wellspring could be annoying. Then we have 4 Corphish and 3 Crawdaunts. Maybe don't want to play 4 Corphish, but like I said, finding the stadium is pretty difficult. So if you have the stadium, you want to have the Corphish. The thing is, though, you don't want to play the Corphish until you have the stadium down. So you got to keep that in mind, but I think it's still worth running the 4 of these. Just 3 Crawdaunts, because I think 3 is fine. We have 4 Night Stretchers, as you can see. Then we have 1 Iron Bundle. It's a nice gust effect that we can use, and especially because Crawdaunt does do not that much damage, and sometimes we're just trying to put our opponent in awkward spots with Yveltal and Budew. We're needing to use something like Iron Bundle to just switch something in that we can knock out, or switch something in that our opponent doesn't want in and put them in an awkward spot. So Iron Bundle's Hyper Blower ability says once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may switch out one of your opponent's active Pokemon to the bench. Your opponent chooses if you do discard this Pokemon, all cards attached. We also get some extra damage with our Munkidori to move when we use Iron Bundle, because we play this guy down with the stadium, it takes the 20, and we can move those with Munkidori before we use its Hyper Blower ability. Then we have the one Psyduck. Psyduck's got the Damp ability. Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponents lose any ability that requires the Pokemon using it to knock out itself. This card is great because it stops Dusknoir, stops Magneton, stops Fortress EX. There might be another one that I'm forgetting, but all those Pokemon can't use their abilities, which also makes it kind of funny with Yveltal. We can board lock or retreat lock things a lot easier. They can't, if they put down the Dusknoirs, they're just stuck on the board. We don't have to knock them out. They can't do anything with them. We can just counter catch or boss them up, and maybe they just lose because they can't move the thing. Yveltal eventually knock it out, but Psyduck is very, very good right now, especially because like this guy just gets knocked out by Dusknoir. So many little Pokemon that can get knocked out easily as well. 2 Munkidoris, I think you definitely want at least 2. We're not playing the Psychics because if we're gonna Mind Bend, we're probably gonna lose anyways. So I think Budew or Yveltal are probably better attackers than the Munkidori. And then we also can recycle everything. If we were to play special energies, we can't recycle them with the Stretchers, and we're playing a lot of them. Then we got the one Fez for draw. We can also attack with it if it comes up, or poison it and move it with the Pecharunt, but Fez is just a no-brainer. The one Pecharunt. This guy is a late game attacker potentially as well. I have attacked with it. We have the one Yveltal. This guy also has free retreats, which is fantastic. All these basics can also be Bravery Charmed. And then the last guy we have is the Bloodmoon Ursaluna. It's an actual late game attacker that we can attack with potentially for free or just 1 energy to get the last prize or last 2 prizes we need because of its seasoned skill ability. Bloodmoon used by this Pokemon costs 1 colorless less for each prize card your opponent has taken. On to the trainers, we have Secret Box for our Ace Spec. Finding our stadium is a pain in the ass. Sometimes you will never find it. So Secret Box helps us, and then it also finds us some other pieces we might be needing. Then going from left to right, we have 2 counter catchers for some Gus. We'll probably be going behind. It's an item as well. We can search for it off of some of our supporters in Secret Box. So I think 2 is great. 1 Vessel, a way to find energies off of Arven, Secret Box, etc. 4 nest balls and 4 ultra balls just to find our Pokemon. We want to be able to find these Corphish when we have our stadium. Something to note, these again only have 80 HP or have 80 HP, so we can't Poffin. So nest ball is definitely the way to go, not Poffins. And yeah, just get all of our Pokemon with the nest balls and ultra balls. For Night Stretcher, maybe overkill, but just getting back, you know, your Crawdaunt after Corphish has gotten knocked out, or Crawdaunt has gotten knocked out, you just get the 1 Crawdaunt you need, or get the dark energy you need. We're playing a bunch of 1-ofs for Pokemon, so you can just lose it and then Night Stretcher back later on. Toadscruel will be very annoying though, so you'll want to get rid of that guy, the single prize, if they get that in play, because we can't play Night Stretcher. But we have Gus. Then we have 4 of the Risky Ruin. I think you definitely want 4 of this because the stadium's hard to find and you can't play Corphish until you play that. Then for the supporters, we have 4 Iono, 4 Lillies. I think these are both great. Lillies lets you drop to 8 if you haven't taken any prizes, 6 if you have, and then Iono's Hand Disruption and draws you up to 6 if you haven't taken prizes. And then we have 2 Arven for the other supporters. I was playing Research, but I decided to switch it to Arven just because it'll find us our secret box, which will find us our stadium. Of course, you've already played your supporter for turn, so you won't be able to play supporter you get off of secret box till the following turn, but I think it's still worth it to be able to find the stadium. Then 2 boss for some more Gus. Then for the tools, we have 2 Binding Mochi, 1 Experience Share, and then the 1 Bravery Charm. 2 Binding Mochi I think is self-explanatory. I was playing 3 and I found I didn't really need it, so just 2. 1 Experience Share, because we were depending on manual attachments entirely, just putting that on like a Munkidori or maybe a Pecharunt, something that eventually you'd want an energy on, and then you'll be able to basically make up for that lack of energy acceleration by getting an extra energy on board one of those turns. I had a Janine, or I was gonna maybe play a Janine, but I think this is just kind of nice. We just throw it on here. We have lots of ways, or Arven Secret Box, to find tools, so I think Experience Share is nice. And then the Bravery Charm as a 1-of is nice just to give your Psyduck some more HP, so then it's harder for Dragapult to knock it out, or Dusknoir decks. Put it on your Munkidori, again, so it can't be knocked out as easily. Your Budew, or like Fez, whatever it might be, give it more HP. And then we have 7 Darks. I had 8, I think I maybe had 9, but 7s felt good, especially with so many Night Stretchers. We just need 1 on Crawdaunt at a time, and then we want to get like 1 on a Munkidori or 2. That's the deck. Let's hop into the games. Hopefully, Crawdaunt can do some cool things. Here we go. I actually played Gardevoir right before hitting record here, and barely won. It was not an auto win. So we do one-shot Gardevoir. It is, you know, but it's still difficult. Going second just because can Budew, can Yveltal, can try and find our little crabs, and awesome. And find our stadium. Find the stadium, then the crabs, in that order. But we're starting Ursaluna. Definitely not great. We don't have to worry about it getting stuck up there though, because we have Pecharunt EX, thankfully. Last thing I was gonna say when we were looking at the deck was what we kind of want our board to look like, at least so far in the games I've been playing, is you end up wanting to have pretty much the Pecharunt EX down almost every game, because it's just so nice for the mobility, and then if you want to use the Binding Mochi. But then you want to put down 1 Munkidori at least. Usually that's the first guy I bench and put the dark energy on it. That's probably what we're going to do here, because we can't bench our baby Crawdaunt until we get the stadium. So unless we top deck stadium, we're nest balling for Munkidori and Ionoing. And then you want the Munkidori. So that's 4 spots already, which leaves you with 3 more. I've gotten second Munkidori out plenty of times. The Yveltal is super good. It's also just a great pivot because you can throw it up there and retreat it for free, because it has free retreat. And yeah, that or the Budew. And then Fez, of course, can find its way down. All of the like support guys probably don't want those down unless you find like you need it, you know? All right, well, we top decked an Iono. Let's grab this, see what we have. Retreat locking in this matchup, if they're playing Venusaur, they're going to be able to move all the energies and power up anything. So Bravery Charm though would make it so Meganium can't one-shot Yveltal. But we have an energy, and I want to play it before we Iono, so I think we just do this. I think we pretty much have everything. Are we missing? Should we check if secret box is in here maybe? Secret box, tools. We prized 2 energies. I think I saw the Pecharunt EX. Okay. What can we do here? We could sacrifice an Ultra Ball and the Binding Mochi to get Yveltal, I guess, and Pecharunt EX to move this thing. But I think I'd almost rather just sacrifice this thing. I don't think we need anything here. I think we kind of just want them to knock this thing out or hit into it and not knock it out. But discarding our entire hand here to bench Yveltal, Pecharunt EX, move Yveltal to the active, like, I don't know. Maybe it'd be worth it so they don't get a 2-prize knockout. But they also need Meganium here to get the 2-prize knockout. That is good. That is an easy one-shot. It is weak to dark. It's just that easy, man. Crawdaunt, even in the deck, instills fear. I mean, I don't know why they forfeited, to be honest. But that's okay. But yeah, the game plan there would have been to probably knock out the Mew, knock out an Ogerpon once, and then maybe be able to chase down 2 little guys. But that deck's annoying. But we play so many stadiums and Ionos, like we could put them in a tough spot. Man, if we had a basic that wasn't Corphish, we would have been able to benefit from our opening our stadium, but oh well. Pokegears was something else I was like maybe wanting to put, but I think I had put a second counter catcher instead. Maybe the 4th night stretch you don't need, but it is really good. Like we can use Yveltal many times then, recycle Ursaluna, Fez, whatever. All right. Then we start this guy, he's a pivot. We can Arven for Secret Box. We only mulligan once. And we're up against Dusknoir. They benched 2 Budews already. Nice. Did I say Dusknoir? I meant Dragapult, I think. But we'll see. Sweet. Hopefully our deck is in there. Okay. And we have quite a few supporters. Secret Box, please be in there. I mean, we don't have to just go right for this, but I think it makes sense to. We have prized EXP share in a second. Binding Mochi. I think we can lose this. Although, yeah, I think we could lose this, and maybe let's see if Psyduck's in here. Oh, we prize Psyduck anyways, son of a gun. Well, we have Budew. We don't have Fez here. We have our stadium. Okay. I think it'd be okay to... I think we should do this. Excuse me. Discard that. I kind of want to keep the bosses around so we can chase down their Dreepies and ignore their Budews and stuff. I think this is okay. And then we'll get Stadium, Vessel, Stadium, Vessel, Lillie, and Charm. Yeah. Vessel, Charm, Stadium. All right, we'll do that. Do that. Do that. And I think I just go for the clutch. And I think we lose the charm. This will make it so we can knock them out with the Munkidori easier later on. Yeah, like if we top deck a Munkidori, we could just knock this thing out, boss up something, and trap it again. We're not depending on any items this next turn. We did lose all of our tools, but we prized half of them. I think if we can just like not have to kill a Dragapult, that would be the best case scenario for us. Budew, Death Skulls, Budew. Maybe kill a Fez with an Ursaluna. Nice. All right, well, we're definitely just gonna ignore this and gust around it. If they bench something that we can trap longer than this Budew, that would be nice. Okay. You know, maybe I should have discarded a boss and put the charm on Yveltal, then we wouldn't be able to get knocked out by Dusknoir, but... well, we can't play that. I could bring this guy up, and as long as they don't have Dragapult, they can't move it. Because when they evolve, they lose their thing. Or I just... well, okay, the play is definitely boss. It's just, do we go after this or go after a Budew? I think we go after this. And we get an energy on this, so then next turn we can Lillie. Hopefully we find Munkidori energy. Would be nice. But they can also just pop their Dusclops and kill us. Prizing Psyduck kind of sucks. Okay, cool. Unless they evolve it. They played Lillie, so I mean they're not playing Hilda. Do they have an Ultra Ball? Okay. This is happening. It's kind of annoying because our Lillie's now going to get us one less card. Hey, we'll take the tool, I guess. Or no, it's going to get us 2 less cards. My bad. All right. What the fuck? All right. Bench Fez. Damn it. They could have just kept both of our Corphish if they wanted to retreat. I thought that's what was going to happen. All right. Night Stretcher Corphish. Boss Budew. We're going to get item locked again and then we'll Lilies. Alright. Boss. I guess maybe I should have Lillied and hoped for a counter catcher, but I don't think we're finding counter catcher. And there's nothing else we want from here. Alright, clutch him. We need a Munkidori. Alright, double Dragapult. Oh no. Oh, they're just going after... Alright. I mean, it still sucks. Now we need to find Pecharunt and Yveltal. Or... I don't know. Well, benching this, it's still going to just get knocked out. But they won't be able to knock out everything. I guess. I don't know. Let's see. 6 cards. Play the Munkidori. And looks like we're just gonna get blown up here. We're gonna lose 2 Corphish. I'm pretty sure we prized Fez. All right, we're gonna lose all of our Corphish. And have 2 prizes left for them to take. Yeah. All right, another boss. Oh, we're getting rid of this guy. I mean, to be fair, this is more of a threat than Crawdaunt. So yeah, it looks like we're not going to be able to do anything. We can't KO with Bear. We can't get energies attached. We've already played a Night Stretcher. And the only thing we can retreat lock is this. And I'm pretty sure Fez is prized. Fez? Oh, yeah. All right. Well, that wasn't the funnest game, but that's all right. Here we go. Running it back. Crawdaunt's gonna come on in this time for sure. Go for the cutting Rapasta. Definitely. Nice Lillie coin. Is this new? That's Lillie, right? But yeah, Yveltal, if they actually bench something besides Budews and Dragapults there and Duskulls, we would have been able to do something. No. It was kind of annoying because of them also having Budew, and we would have needed our Pecharunt down in order to kind of avoid just getting trapped like they kept doing to our 2 retreats Corphish. Starting Shaymin. If they're playing Lillie's Clefairy, maybe they're playing Ogerpon. Well, okay. Gardevoir, Shaymin stops Screamtail. So, it's not going to be useless. Why is that in the deck, though? Usually I just play Darks, so I don't know. All right. We can Ultra Ball away. I don't think we're getting item locked. I think we get Ultra Ball away this and this for a Munkidori. If we wanted to, we could grab Yveltal or something else, but I think we just want to get Munkidori down with the Dark. And yeah, we seem to have everything. How many Night Stretchers we have? 4, cool. And we have Secret Box, cool. Do that. Lillie. All right, no Stadium. That sucks. I think we still want to put one of these down though. And I'm going to put down this. And we could put down Yveltal if we want. And even promote it with Pecharunt right now. I think I like that. We're gonna be doing awesome, and we have those in the discard and a Night Stretcher in hands. Okay. So we can evolve into this and poison. We just need to find the Dark. And then this guy can do 70 with the Binding Mochi with the first attack. We can't use the second attack, but we can go Vice Grip for 70, and we're hitting for weakness. So we're KOing everything that isn't evolved, which is pretty good. It's like a TM Evo, possibly. Their Munkidoris, though, are going to be pretty annoying. Rare Candy and TM Evo. I'm kind of going to... Son of a gun. Going to want to be keeping, I think, just we keep the damage on our side of the board until we're actually going to do something with it, because they're just going to move it right back. All right, cool. We're just going to kill him. Let's go. Think we have more outs to darks than Crawdaunt. So we'll Night Stretcher for Crawdaunt. I could be wrong. Hopefully not wrong. And we just need a dark. Thank God. Okay, let's go. And we can bench another Crawdaunt. We'll Ultra Ball for... I don't think we need Psyduck. And then Arven would get us... Arven's actually pretty decent. I think we can lose Iron Bundle. Grab that. Let's go, let's go. And we do have to poison our guy here. And I think we are going to heal this, the 30 damage. I guess they don't have a Munkidori on the board. So they only have TM Evo in hand. So I think we just put it on the Gardevoir. Just to make that guy easier to knock out. Because if we don't have the Binding Mochi, we're doing 260. And they're knocking out this guy probably, so... That way we won't need a Binding Mochi or whatever. I'm doing exactly what I said I didn't maybe want to do, but... I think it's okay. They don't have a Munkidori. They didn't have a big hand. One of the cards was Team Evo. And they're collecting. Nope. They're sacking Drifloon? Drifloon? All right, well. Sweet. Yeah, we just want to set up these Crawdaunts and just send them. This is pretty good. I think we'll put the EXP share on Pecharunt. And then keep putting a little bit of damage. Let's go! Freak yeah, man. All right, here we go. Got a win under the belt. Dragapult, I'm still thinking about that game, man. That's just it. We prized the duck and we prized Fez. But even if we did get out the duck right away, we were getting item locked. I mean, they benched 2 Budews, but I just don't even know. Just Dragapult is just so annoying, man. Let's look at his hands. This hand's awesome. I think we do want to just put Budew down. I'm not sure if we want to put Yveltal down. And it could be one of those things where we don't want to show it. All right. Yveltal's not going to do anything, so it's probably good we didn't put it down. And actually, our guy's going to just kill them really easily. So it's Alakazam. Sweet. Yeah, we can't... literally, retreat locking does nothing because it's the Dunsparce or Alakazam. We could retreat lock Fez if they play Fez down. I don't think they play Turo. No, they might not. They might, but I don't think they do. Nice, we can get a Munkidori with that. Then we'll Iono this one to the bottom. And then we just want to Rapasta over and over again. Ooh, Iron Bundle could also be good. Ooh. I think maybe we put down Iron Bundle. 2 Craws. Pecharunt's in there. Fez is in there. Ursaluna's prized. Kind of forgot that guy was in the deck. I think it's been prized other games. Secret Box. Night Stretcher. Tools. Vessel. Okay. Boom. Boom. Actually, Yveltal. Also, these we could just get them out of here, I think. So maybe we're gonna Ultra Ball something instead. Get Pecharunt EX. Now, we probably don't want to put a 2-prizer in play, so let's wait on that. Yeah, so let's just bench this Yveltal. What the heck? Let's do that. Let's just find an energy. That'd be nice. And we're not gonna waste time. Well, they shouldn't disrupt our hand. So we'll do this. And we're just gonna move the damage to their Abra over there. Should I just Iron Bundle them also? And hit this guy with the Budew? I'm not sure. I think I just hit this. And we can Iron Bundle next turn maybe. If they bench another Abra. They'll probably shuffle this guy back into the deck is what I'm thinking. Oh, wow. Yeah, these guys are going to just get dead. Lillie. Yeah. This guy's getting shuffled in. Let's see. They find a Kadabra. Oh, they are going to knock out our guy. No. They're doing 10. If this did 30, that would actually be kind of cool. Okay, they are evolving it. They are going to knock us out. Maybe I should have put the Binding Mochi on Yveltal. Alright, promote this guy. Could we knock this thing out without... No, I think we want to attack for sure. Well, I guess we could actually knock him out. No, we can knock out the guy in the bench. And we go for this. Yeah, because we can knock out the guy on the bench anyways. Yeah. Maybe I should have put on the other one though. And then Nest Ball for Fez or Munkidori. Maybe we just get another Corphish. I don't want to put down a 2-prizer because they'll be able to knock them out really easy. I think let's just do that. And we just need a Crawdaunt. Or we Iron Bundle knock out the guy on the bench, which is what's happening. Okay. All right. Then we'll go move the 20 from the guy that we're going to attack with. Retreat. And we'll just Vice Grip him. As long as we're taking a prize, I think it's fine. All right, Ursaluna. now they get to get going here. Alakazam. If they just whiff on a single turn, although they could play Legacy Energy, and that would also throw us behind a turn. I guess if they don't put down another Abra here, we could bench Fez and then just hope that they don't have the Legacy Energy, or we go around the guy who has a Legacy Energy. Nope, they have Abras. Just kidding. Definitely have an Abra, right? All right. Okay. They'll need rare candy, which they could have or find. I think we go for this. And just Iono and hope we find our guy. I think we've just Iono twice now, so we should find it. And we're playing all of these Ionos really early, which kind of is annoying, because they could be good versus them. All right. I don't think we need this Binding Mochi. So we'll lose it and Corphish. Do that. And we'll move one of these damage counters to their Abra over there. So if they don't evolve it, it is dead with those damage counters. And we'll hit him with the Rapasta. Rapaste! Cool. Now we just need to not whiff. And hope they don't play the Legacy Energy when they need it. Looks like they don't have an attack. Unless they play Reversal. And another Dunsparce. One of the ones that does more damage. Yeah, 90 doesn't do it, yeah. They don't. This deck doesn't play Reversal. I think we're fine. And we're down 3 Ionos, I believe. Yeah. That's kind of funny. That Buddy's dead. All right. I didn't expect Buddy to come down, but all right. I think we're really good now. They could gust our Corphish, but we could actually knock out them with Corphish's first attack. Are they going to bundle us too? We'll throw up Yveltal. Retreat. And, I mean, usually we'd leave this Budew if we could, but I think we're going to just take 2 prizes because we can instead. We just go attach Dark to Corphish. Well, we'll knock out, move the 10 damage, knock out Budew first. And then we can get a second prize on one of their draw Pokemon. Supporter? Nest Balls? Okay. They have Yveltal sick. Let me get to cut him. Cutting Repose. All right, another Stadium. Aggressively bumping stadiums is pretty satisfying when, you know, they benefit from Artisan. Jamming Tower is disruptive, but it actually doesn't hurt us as much. They shouldn't disrupt our hands. They'll need Abra Rare Candy for the following turn. Oh, there it is. They do have Legacy Energy. Well, if we were to knock them out with damage, I'm sorry, Munkidori damage, we could bypass that. But they're just going to be taking knockouts at the same time, so. All right, how many Night Stretchers are we down? We're down none. We're down 3 Corphish. Okay. And we're down 1 Crawdaunt. So I think we want to Ultra Ball for, I'm sorry, Night Stretcher for Corphish, because we have to. We will Ultra Ball away Charm and Ruins? I think that's fine. Because we can go Nest Ball for Fez, Nest Ball for Ursaluna at some point, probably. I mean, we could go Nest Ball for Fez right now if we want. But then if they knock us out, they just need one more knockout. I think we do this. Oh wait, and they don't have anything. So I don't know why I'm freaking out. They have no other Abra. I thought they were gonna get a second Abra. Why did I think that? And then they just didn't. Oh yeah, they play Brock Scouting. I don't know. And we're gonna leave that 20 damage there. Huh. I'm not sure. But, I mean, we're not taking a prize, but they don't have an Abra, so they can't go Rare Candy Alakazam. They can't trap this because we can Nest Ball for Pecharunt EX. We've done a good job of not putting down a 2-prizer. This guy can knock out Mega Pokemon. I mean, they're doing 1,000,000 damage really easily. And our gimmick is turning out to work a little bit smoother, but they're at stage 2, so I think they probably have a better time in actual mega decks, more meta decks than we do. We have to like finesse out, squeak out wins with Yveltal and Bloodmoon and stuff. All right, they don't seem to be there, but we will take it. We're just gonna keep hitting them with the Riposta. Let's go, the Craw. Let's go. I mean, we were hitting them for weakness, but it really didn't matter. It was single price. Well, actually, I guess it did matter. No. I think after the stadium damage, Alakazam was in range without weakness. I don't think they have that much HP. So it's pretty much just a single prize deck versus single prize deck, and we came out on top. Let's go. No, thank you. Sorry, my lady texted me. We are good though. Oh, good. Couple basics. I don't think we, well, this hand sucks. I think we may attack with Fez here, but if we're playing against Gardevoir, I don't know if we'll have the opportunity to. I think I'd rather put down Fez though. Awesome. Well, they probably play Latias, whatever deck they're playing, so they'll be able to move this, but with Fez in the active, we can just attach and then start, you know, sniping whatever they put down. could put a Corphish down, but I really don't like putting them down without the stadium. Oh, we can Nest Ball and Itchy Pollen. That seems like a good idea. Water energies, what are they playing? We have Shaymin in case it's like Terra Box, I guess. We have Pecharunt, Munkidori, Bloodmoon, Yveltal. We have like a bunch of the Crawdaunt pieces in our hands. All right. I think we wait. I don't know. I don't think we're getting dead here. And if we just find a stadium, we just play stadium, play Corphish, then we have that guy set up to start doing something. Oh, are they playing Abomasnow with Bloodmoon? Oh, sick. So that's the Vileplume that accelerates energies. Gloom and Vileplume, I believe. All right, we can Ultra Ball for Yveltal and bundle them. We are gonna be losing like so many things though. They're not gonna be attacking for a minute, so I think we just Iron Bundle. Well, does the Gloom? I don't know how it works, to be honest. I believe like you look at the top couple cards. Then we need 2 energies off of this. Look at the top 3, attach any number of basic energies. Now we're gonna bundle, and I think Gloom should get stuck. So we'll do that. I guess they could retreat it. I could discard a Crawdaunt and a Dark Energy for Yveltal. I think Item Lock is just doing more though. And then they'll be able to attack with Gloom. I think Gloom only does 90 damage though. And I kind of want them to knock out Budew. So I'm gonna do this. Not sure if this is right or not, but I'm gonna grab Munkidori, put a Dark on it. So we're kind of ahead on an attachment, I guess. I don't know. Well, it's not like we have energies to work with anyways. At this point. But then I guess we could retreat Munkidori. We didn't have damage counters to work with either. I probably should just not done that. Okay. Oh, but we find cards. No, we're gonna find what we need. We'll be fine. Yeah. Oh, we just don't have the guy now. Well, we're playing that. Our retreat locker. I think I do want to put it down. It does kind of show them we have it, but yeah. Then we have a pivot if they knock out Budew also. So yeah, definitely worth it, I think. I just think it's alright that we did Munkidori Dark Energy. I just kind of wish we had a Crawdaunt in the discard to get back to the Night Stretcher there. Oh, that's awesome. Alright, so they can use the Forest to evolve these guys really fast. They're playing Steels and Waters. Are they playing like Mega Mawile? Mega Abomasnow maybe? I don't know what water steel. Ogerpon. They Arven for Bloom Nest Ball. Let's go. We're so back. And getting this guy in range sounds cool. But I believe this guy's abilities are just like a one and done. If I were to boss up Ursaluna, we'll move 10 damage to this. And next turn we can kill it then. And I just benched Corphish. Yeah. If we top deck a basic, we can knock this thing out. We still want our Budew to die. I'm like itching to attack, but I know we should just keep going Budew. Nice. All right, Yveltal. Lilies. All right, I think we Night Stretcher for Crawdaunt. And then Lilies, or we want to get another Corphish lined up. And I mean, it's probably good to kill this thing. Then they're going to be able to start attacking with this guy, though, soon. But if I don't kill this, they're going to be able to start attacking with this thing anyways. Well, Bloodmoon's the threat, so I think we do just go into it. And then we'll Lillie and then Fez. And we can move some damage counters to get them in range. Nest Ball for another Corphish. If I actually Nest Balled for like Munkidori and then another guy that we can move all the damage counters, we could just kill their Gloom. But I don't think we want to, like, we're not in a hurry to kill it. We could put down baby Pecharunt, or big Pecharunt, and hit this guy for a little harder, for a little bit more damage right now. That sounds kind of sick. Let's do that. I don't think we need this. And Arven. With our hand currently, I think we're fine. I think let's do this. We're going in now. This damage doesn't really make a difference, but we're getting more damage counters. And then we'll be able to knock out that guy. We have the knockout on this. Yeah. Pretty chill. Oh, that's awesome. 110 to the board. 110 to 3. Okay. All right, Munkidori's dead. Yveltal's dead. Our charm is still in the deck. So we'll charm Munkidori probably. Crawdaunt's also going to be dead now. All right, and this is 7 cards? 8 cards. All right. I don't play Colress, so they'll have to discard all the energies. Oh, right, and there goes Ursaluna. Were they gonna sack something? Okay. All right. No more Oddish. All right. Scoop up Cyclone. That's pretty sick. And Kovu. Kovu's awesome. I guess it kind of makes sense when you could just get a bunch of energies. You're probably playing a lot of energies in their deck, right? All right. This on him. I think we maybe start... Would we power up Pecharunt? They've taken a prize. They'll take prizes quick enough. Yeah. And we don't need Night Stretcher. I think we just Iono. Okay. And I think I kind of like maybe moving up this Crawdaunt and then keeping this one out of range of the guy over there. So we'll move this guy up there. I still kind of like, wait, maybe we just move Yveltal. Oh, that seems even better. Yeah, let's move Yveltal. Then nobody's going to be poisoned. We'll still put up this guy though. And we'll move 20 damage to Oddish. If this guy gets a charm, he's got 180. We're in for 130. And he's got 160 left. So he can knock it out with damage. From Munkidori, maybe. All right, Stadium Bump. They just need one energy. I'm sure they'll have it. And this is off the top, though, right? Put 2 cards from your hand on the bottom of your deck. If you put 2 cards on the bottom of your deck in this way, draw 4 cards. Yeah, man, it's hard to stack your deck for this. I was thinking maybe Kofu. I mean, it gets bad cards out of your hand, but you know, if you're putting energies back in your deck, they go to the bottom. Come on, give them. No! Well, they can evolve again. Come on, give them the knockout. I mean, they're not going to knock this thing out, but they'll be able to knock out Yveltal, Munkidori. Probably Munkidori and then just hit both Crawdaunts. Or, well, I think we'll call it with that one. Pretty good games overall. We had a rough start. That Dragon Ball game still frustrating, but also seeing that last person's deck, that Vileplume with the Stadium sounds sick. I definitely want to cook with that like they were. That with Curum, that sounds scary, but there's so many things you could use that with. But yeah, Crawdaunt was pretty good. It was off to a slow start, but then we actually got to attack with it pretty much every game at the end there, which was awesome. Do we want to make any changes? I don't know. I don't think so. Honestly, it's felt pretty good. I think just more testing with it. Yeah, I do like Arven for the secret box. I don't know if that ever came up. We actually did draw supporters for the most part and didn't just brick. We do have 10 draw supporters, which is pretty good. We did Budew. We did Yveltal. Didn't do as much. We Munkidori though plenty. And yeah, the deck overall is pretty fun and has a decent amount of options. And the Crawdaunt is just like simple enough and can partner, pair with like a bunch of partners. You can also play with the poison stuff, which I should have mentioned at the beginning, but we're depending on this stadium. So if you're gonna play the poison stuff, usually you want to play that poison stadium that makes, you know, guys take 20 more. Though this basically makes them take 20 more at the same time. So I don't know. I never ended up trying it, but I decided against it because I was like, then you also want to maybe play, well, then you have to play Brute Bonnet, the capsules, and, you know, just finding this stadium and getting the Corphish down, as you guys saw, was a struggle enough. But yeah, it was still really fun. So if you're interested in trying it out, there'll be a thing to copy and paste in the description. And that'll be it. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Appreciate you hanging out, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.